What is happening, my YT Gizang? Y'all already know what it is, man. This is your boy Rio, and welcome if you are new to the channel. Look, man, them Cleveland Browns, man, they came up short today. I mean, they almost had a win, but they found a way to drop the ball, man. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. They took that L to the Minnesota Vikings 21-17. And I don't know what it is when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, man, but they just cannot find a way to get past 17 points in a game this year. It might be a curse. It got to be a curse, man. It got to be. The offense was a little bit more productive than what they have been. And we all know why, okay? We know why. It was all because of Joe Flacco, man. The man was literally throwing interceptions every single game. Whether it was 2 interceptions in the game, 1 interception in the game, them turnovers, man, they hurt. They hurt. And they did not have any turnovers today, which I got to tip my hat to Coach Stefanski, man. He did a good job when it comes to Dillon Gabriel. Now, when it comes to Dillon Gabriel, I'm not going to lie to y'all. He had a lot of highs and a lot of lows today. All right. The man was 19 for 33 with 2 touchdowns and 190 yards. Now, like I said, highs and lows. When he was on, he was on. I'm talking about spot on too. And that boy was zipping it. I mean, when you look at that one throw he did to Njoku, whoo, that thing was pretty. He put it where only Njoku can get it. And I think it was 2 defenders on my boy. He zipped that thing right through there, man. So, like I said, you know, when he's accurate, he's accurate. When he's on, he's on. But on the other end, boy, when he's off, he's way off. That man literally could not complete not one deep throw to save his life. Every single time he go for a deep route, boy, he was overthrowing it by a mile. Okay? When you look at that red zone, I'm talking about every single red zone throw almost, man, was going to the stands. Literally. Literally. And I know a lot of people going to sit here and say, oh, he was making a good decision with the football because it was nothing there. All the receivers was guarded. And I'm going to have to kindly disagree with y'all. I ain't even going to hold you, bro, because all those throws he was overthrowing, especially when it comes to that last drive before the Minnesota Vikings scored their touchdown, the man was overthrowing by a mile. So, like I said, he got a lot of work to do. All right. Now, I do got to tilt my hat to Coach Stefanski. All right, because the plays he called and set up for my boy Dillon Gabriel was just great. It was brilliant. All right. Quick throws, get it out his hand fast, let the playmakers make plays. And he got him out there without any turnover. So I got to tilt my hat to him. But I ain't going to lie to y'all. I think if it wasn't for my boy Judkins doing what he did today, Dillon Gabriel would have had a whole lot of more problems on his hand. If you think for a second that the Minnesota Vikings did not want to punish the Cleveland Browns offense for playing a rookie quarterback on them by sending all different type of blitzes all game long, boy, you out your mind. You are out your mind. But they couldn't. You want to know why? Because that boy Judkins was tearing them boys up. Eating them alive, bro. It was nothing they could do with Judkins today. I ain't gonna lie. That boy had 23 carries for 110 yards, and it should have been more than that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That one play, he took it to the house. That was like a 30-yard run. Straight to the house. Got called back. Holding. It was another play he did, about, I think it was like a 20-yard run or something like that. Holding. Had to come back. So, I ain't gonna lie, man. Judkins is probably the best player on their team offensively. You know, I know they got Myles Garrett and stuff like that, but that boy got a promising future. They better find a way to keep him happy, because if not, boy, wherever organization he go to after the Cleveland Browns, because we all know the Cleveland Browns are good for letting good players go. That's just what it is. All right. They cannot hold on to him. They like the Falcons a little bit. Can't hold on to him. But yeah, I think Judkins, man, he really opened it up for Dillon Gabriel. I think if it would have had a hard day on the ground, they definitely would have got to Dillon Gabriel a lot more and put a lot more pressure on him, but they couldn't do that. They wanted to send blitzes up the middle. We know that. We all know that, but they couldn't do it. That boy was punishing them. So then they had to respect the run and start sending blitzes from the outside. And then at that same time, they were getting punished also because, like I said, man, Kevin Stefanski was calling good calls. Get that ball out of his hands quick. The blitz come down, throw it right out to Njoku, throw it right out to Judkins. Big plays, move down the field, and then some of them results to a touchdown. So, like I said, man, the offense look a little better. We all know why. You know, they had to get rid of my boy. Joe Flacco had to get him up out of there. I mean, the man is old, man. He old. The man be out there literally with reading glasses to read the plays, to give the plays out. So, I mean, I'm lying. I'm doing too much, but at the end of the day, we all know he had to get up out of there. Now, when it comes to this defense, Them boys, let me tell you something, man. Them boys, all right. And we all know they all right. They one of the best defenses in the NFL, man. 2 turnovers, I think they had, both from the running backs. I think one from Mason, and then Mason got hurt. And then another running back came in. I'm talking about they met him as soon as he got the ball, really. Put it right on the nose of it, boy. And honestly, man, I think the defense, bro, they did all that they were supposed to do today. All right. They tried their best to hold that boy Jefferson down, in which they were. They were at the beginning. They were. I ain't gonna lie. And they did the best they could. And that's all you can ask for. The offense just got to do better with scoring. They got to do better with getting down the field and making big plays. That's their biggest problem. It's hard for them to make big plays. And I know, you got a rookie quarterback in there. He got to get a rhythm of things. He got to get a feel of the offense and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they got to hurry up and start doing some big things because they falling behind. They 1-4, in which, I know everybody's saying that, the Cleveland Browns, they're going to tank the season and stuff like that. Well, I'm not going to lie. They're not a sorry team. They're not a bad team. I mean, looking at them, they're not a bad team. They just literally did good offensively, caused absolutely no turnovers against the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings, bro, this is one of the best defenses in the NFL. They are known for getting you to turn the ball over, and they didn't do that with a rookie quarterback. So, I don't know. The future might be all right when it comes to the Cleveland Browns. They just got to find a way to get Dillon Gabriel on board, man. Or if it ain't Dillon Gabriel, go on get Shadur out there, see if he can do it, and just go from there. But yeah, we're gonna wait to see what they gonna do. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Do y'all think Dillon Gabriel is the guy for the Cleveland Browns? Like I said, he got a lot of work to do when it comes to me. But get down in them comments below. Let me know how y'all feeling. I gotta get up out of here. I love you guys. I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one.
A little didn't get into very many advantageous down and distances. Ended up in too many 3rd and longs. There were penalties. We just have to be better. Have to score some points. Yeah, just disappointed for the team, Mary Kay. We expect our guys to go do their job. Again, all of us collectively, players, coaches, and we just didn't come through in that moment.
What happened on the touchdown? You
Yeah, we'd have to talk through it first.
Kevin, were you using your timeouts at the end to give your defense rest?
Yeah, to potentially, if they score there, if they kick a field goal there, just to give you time on the other side.
Yeti.